Sometimes it doesn't matter if you're in the front of the line, the middle of the line, or if you're in the back of the line. What are you going to do to stand out? Sometimes all it takes is just looking presentable. And in this video, we're going to show why you need to stand out when it comes to your McFarlane DC Multiverse collection. Stand out. Before we get into the Batman capes, I have to say it was Red Pill Animations. Red Pill Animations, big shout out to you. I liked your video. That Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, looked great with that custom duster. Custom wired duster. That's what it was. Alright? I said being a fine figure earlier, that's because those are my top two dudes who I want to see make it. You know what I'm saying, with this YouTube stuff. Because every day I just feel like, whatever. You know what I mean? I keep pumping out the videos because y'all keep asking. And I always have people say, don't quit. So, yeah, I do like showing off my figures, but sometimes the YouTube thing, I just feel like stopping. Alright, let's get into these Batman.
Alright, so what you see me doing right here is showing off the materials needed in order to make a cloth wired cape. You need your wire, you need your super glue, scissors, and a rotary tool, plus material. Not that. That's my phone that's messed up and it has the ink all messed up all over it. But what you need is all that stuff right there in the picture. And as long as you have all that stuff, you will be able to make a cape. I was going to use that Batman, but I didn't. I just wanted to show him. For some reason, I don't know. I don't really care for that Batman that much. But as you can see, I'm putting more lighting in the video. I did want to make sure that I showed you this little sneak peek of Owlman. You can see the shoulders that I did on him. I was going to completely do the cowl over, but I didn't. But as you can see, the rotary tool, the scissors, the glue, the wire, and as long as you have your with this this I think is 20 gauge, 20 gauge, 18 gauge, 22 gauge, whatever. There you see I'm showing you the rotary tool. Be very, very careful. It can cut you. It's not a joke. Your scissor right there to cut the wire, and of course your Gorilla Glue as I move everything to its proper pieces because I'm very anal. And everything is got to be in the right spot before I begin. And there's your template for the cape. All that comes into factor. All that comes into factor. As you can see, I'm showing you, you would lay that on top of the material and then use the rotary tool to cut. And you just have everything outlined, you know what I'm saying? Everybody does their capes differently. I just like to have one outline and do it all. Now, as you can see, this cape was already done. This was a cape that was made. I wanted to iron it, but I couldn't because when I tried to iron it, the cape would like fold up into itself. The piece that's laying down, as you can see, that was already halfway done. So now you see me, I come in there and I start to show you what it's done. You got your Gorilla Glue, have gloves on. You want to have gloves on both hands. You don't just want to have gloves on one hand. Gorilla Glue is very, very strong. So as you can see, I'm not playing no jokes, not playing no games. I am putting the other glove on to protect my skin from the Gorilla Glue, because the Gorilla Glue can mess you up. Do you need to wear a mask while wearing Gorilla Glue? No, but if you're very sensitive to it, then yeah. As you can see, the one with the brush is the one the best used. Don't put the glue on the wire itself. You want to just put it on the material. Because the other capes that I got where I put the glue on the wire and the material, the wire will get stiff and it'll end up just cracking. So you'll have like a cracked up wire in multiple parts. Then as you can see, I'm folding it down, pressing it down in place with my fingers. I take one of the McFarlane stands and you see I grind it back and forth like that to make it look like it was stitched, but it's not. It's just glue, you know what I mean? But you can't tell from looking at it after it's done. So, you know what I mean? If you want to do it like that, you can. If you want to stitch it, you can stitch it. I just feel like it just takes longer. I'm getting some good results from these capes using the glue. As you can see, like I said, I just used what's in there. I dab it inside there. I run it on there, and everything is all right with the world. You don't have to use too much glue. Just make sure that it gets on the bristles, and make sure that you put it in place without having to touch a wire, you know what I'm saying? And then as you can see, you're rolling it, you lay it flat, squeeze it in place. Make sure it doesn't get on your hands. If it touches the gloves, it will stick instantly, and you'll have the glove will get stuck to the material, and then you'll have to scrape it off. So just be careful with that. Every area is not going to be perfect. As you can see right there, that area wants to fold up. So sometimes I'll have maybe a fold or two, because I do make these, when I make the long capes, that's usually what happens. And that's okay, I don't have a problem with that. Right there you see, I'm laying down the glue foundation, laying down the glue, laying down the glue, laying down the glue. Put it back in the cap, rub off the excess glue, wipe it on my pants, wipe it on your side piece, your girlfriend, whatever, your wife. It'll be alright. They'll just go and take a shower and come back fresh to you, and you're ready to go. Now as you see, I keep on rolling it back and forth, and as you can see, it stays down instantly. It stays down instantly. That's why I love the Gorilla Glue. I don't like the Gorilla Glue. I love it. I dropped those bottles plenty of times, but it will not leak. It won't just magically leak out of the bottle. It takes a while because it's really thick and it pours out slowly. But as you can see, you don't see it dripping. You know what I'm saying? You don't see it oversaturated. I did want to show y'all this piece by piece while narrating it, because like I said, not only was my wife sleeping, but I also just wanted to be able to make sure that y'all can hear me as I'm telling you this, and in case y'all are doing this to the video, like, you know, I like to watch videos of people making customs, or certain people that I like to watch myself on YouTube. I'll watch them as I'm making capes. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch them as I'm doing my videos. It just goes right. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll listen to music, but most of the time, 90% of the time, I'm watching other people's videos in the background playing. So that's also what was going on too. On this day, I actually had wrestling playing in the background since it's WrestleMania season. But as you can see, the cape is almost done. Okay, it's not a fast process, as I say. It's an easy process, but it's not a fast process. You do have to work at it, and you're gonna have to have the time. You know what I'm saying? You have a little bit of patience with it. Will you mess up? You might, because I just told you what happened with my first capes. I was saturating the wire too, not just the material as you see me doing on the side. I put a little bit on the wire now, but I put it more mainly on the material, and then just lay it down. And you see that how that one does pop right back up. And then right there, you see it got stuck to the glove. Always with the McFarlane stand, you want to do that. It'll help it stay down right near right at the wire. Keeps the wire in place. Now the very, very tip. You see I laid down there. Those DVDs. Like I said, you're gonna mess up. You're probably gonna mess up. But if you don't mess up, good job for you. Monster magazines. Yeah, as you see, going crazy with it, because, you know, when I get near the end, I'm just like, yeah, it's time to go. Let's just finish this shit. Yeah, that's very nice. That's near the very end. Bunch of random stuff in here. Now, the very end, usually it gets a little weird, because you know, your glove is gonna see like that right there. Glove stuck a little bit. Then you see I'm still using the stand, the McFarlane stand, come in handy. So using it as a sticking in place, you know what I mean, sticking in place thing. I think you closed it down. There you go, patting it down.
Okay, so right here, as you can see, we have this Page Puncher's Batman. And yes, my wife woke up, so she's not laying in the bed. I can speak normally. We have this Page Puncher's Batman right here, which I got from my boy Nick at the Newburgh Toy Show. I've been wanting to do this. This one I'm gonna redo myself. I don't know if I'm gonna make him all black or what, but I think I might do all black. And I'm going to give him the cloth cape treatment. So the cloth cape, as you can see, is on deck. We just got finished showing you that. well, who's we? I just got finished showing you that. I do have 3 others on deck. Well, 1, 2, 3. I got 3 more big ones on deck, and I have 2 smaller ones. As you can see, the big ones. Hold on a second. Big ones right there, smaller ones right there. Right here are the smaller ones. Right here are the 2 other big ones. All right, so we got those on deck. But we're gonna get into this Batman real quick. So I'm gonna take off this cape and bring him back through. All right, let y'all. I'm not gonna go through the whole blow drying process. Just know that I'm about to take him into the bathroom, blow dry him, take off this cape. As you see, they all. I could just literally rip it off, but I don't like doing that. Hold on, you know what? We're gonna do this live. Let's do this live. Be careful with these. These things are really, really sharp, and it is better when these things are warm, because everything just comes off easier. Yeah, see, like this, I'm really gonna have to cut through, and I might just break the X-Acto blade. But let's see. This way, I want y'all to see what I go through. It's not a joke. I usually like to. There you go. I usually like to take off the arms too. I'll take off the arms. I'll take off the head. So that's why I like to heat them up, because this will be easier. You know what I mean? The rubber would have been all softer, and then I just peeled this sumbitch right off. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm still gonna have to go into the bathroom. I'll pop his head off, heat these up, pop this out, take the arms out, which should be easy. There we go. The arms is easy. Never take out the other pieces of the arm. This piece, because when you warm this up, not having these in there won't keep the structure, because this piece will like come in. You know what I'm saying? So you want to keep the sockets in when you warm them up. So let me take this dude's head off. Let me take the cape off. We'll be right back. Alright, y'all, because I'm a stupid idiot, jackass, moron, idiot with the nappy hair and a pushback hairline, didn't even realize or remember that the hair dryer was already in the bedroom. So we're going to do this just right here. Alright, so that should be enough time. That should have been warm enough. He should be ready to be completely peeled. Let me take the head off. Okay, head's off. Oh yeah, see that? That's what you want to see. Alright, as you can see, it's warm, not burning hot, but most of this is ready to come off. A lot of y'all are younger and stronger than me, so you can just peel it off with your brute strength. Me, I gotta use the X-Acto blade, because I'm tired, I'm old. Hold on a second. Okay, so I had just realized that the setting wasn't on to all the way hot, and that's why it was taking absolutely forever to get this off. So now that it's warmer, they just used some really good glue. Also, for this one, for this particular one, they used some, there you go, they used some good glue, and I ain't mad at them. Thank you, McFarlane, for using the good glue. And you just want to rip that off, okay? So now that's off. Everything's gone. And we're gonna get this a new cape. So now what I'm gonna basically do is I could take used pieces of this cloth and basically put it around there, or we're gonna see if just putting this here, yes, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just put it there, glue it, put a hole through there, and then he's gonna be good. See how that works? Okay, you can see it on camera. So that's basically how, when you see it like this, that's what we're gonna do, okay? Hold on. Alright, so I don't want to cheat y'all out of anything, because I know somebody's gonna say, oh, you didn't show the whole thing. That's the reason why I'm redoing this video. You know what I mean? The last time I just said, hey, this, that, and the next, and blah, 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 blah. Alright, so we're not gonna do that this time around. We're gonna show every little bit. So right here, the hole right there. Right here is where we put the hole. I should be gluing this piece down, but I'm not. But I should be. Let me see something. This is still hot. No, okay. Let me pause. I'm gonna pause this. We're gonna come back because I gotta do something off camera. Okay, so as you can see, the cape is fully on him. The head's back on. I didn't put the arms on because I'm gonna repaint him anyway, like I said. This one's gonna be an all black version, but I just wanted y'all to see, once you take the head off, you make a hole in it, and then right up here, when I'm completely finished with it, up here, I'll glue it down because I want it to be draping. I want it to be draping down over him like this. So when his arms is in it, you know, you can do that classic Batman stuff. As you can see, that's what I want. That's what I'm gonna like, and that's what I want. But it's done. You know what I mean? These things are not hard. They are very, very easy to do. And the more you do them, the funner they get. As long as you have the right material. I didn't iron the back of mine, so this is wrinkled as hell. But as long as you got the right material, which, like I said, I got lucky. My wife had gave me some pants, and then she had another pair of pants the other day, so I was able to make more capes. She gave me some pants, forks leather. I'm gonna actually buy the same pants that she bought in 3X so I can have more material. Cause she's only on 1X, so I'm gonna buy 3X so this way I can have even more. Cause it seems like maybe out of one pair of pants, maybe depending on the size, I can make a couple of good amount of capes. But like I said, also the wire plays a role too. You get the right size wire, you're gonna be able to do whatever you want with these things. You want them to look like Count Dracula? There you go. It wraps all the way around him. It stays there. If you want him to do the, you know, like he's floating or whatever, he does that. You want it both going this way, you got that. Now I watched a review earlier of Cassandra Cain's Batwoman, and this dude, the review spot, said, oh, you know, you have to see these stitch lines and all that crap. It's a cloth cape. What the hell do you expect? Just like mine, you're gonna see the work. Even though mine's a glue down, if it was stitched down, you would still see the stitching. I don't get what some people do. I can't stand people who get figures for free and they still find some stupid asinine way to complain about things that they're getting for absolutely free. Shut up, review the figure, and leave it alone. There's no way that you're gonna do a cape without seeing stitching or without seeing the work. It just happens to be like that. Alright, so yeah, that's why, you know, some people, that's why I stick to my local YouTubers, the small channels, just like me, because these big timers are getting annoying, and they're very frustrating. They're getting the figures for free. I just want them to just shut the hell up, review the figure, and call it a day. At least, like I said, like there's a lot of people out there who's awesome and keep it real, you know what I'm saying, and it's crazy that me, D Hunter, and Being a Fine Figure all was doing the same thing today. It's crazy. Cloth capes and stuff. So, yeah. Is it Being a Fine Figure? I think it was somebody else's channel, but he had the Spawn with the actual wired cloth cape coat. Cloth coat, which was awesome. If it was being a fine figure, if not, I apologize. But I know D Hunter, he did his video on buying a cloth, well, getting a cloth cape from one of his channel members, channel friends or whatever, and they gave him a cloth cape for his Batfleck Batman, which was awesome. And it was a good looking cape, and it was just like this, you know what I mean? The nice material plays a factor. I've talked enough. Holla at your boy, y'all. You already know what it is. I'm going to maybe combine this with another video with the other Batman capes that I did, and we're going to call it a day. Like I said, this is very easy. If you need any help, if you need any tips, holla at me. This is what I had got from Amazon. Let me see if I can get that in there. Yeah, that's what I had got from Amazon, and I think it was the 18 gauge aluminum wire. And as you see, it's a lot of it. I'm gonna be having wire for days. So, holla at your boy. You already know what it is. And my back here legend, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Right here we have the #1 figure that I have. You know, certain figures you just have to do that cloth touch, at least in my books. And this figure right here, Batman 3 Jokers Batman. One of the best Batmans that there is. I do have both versions. The other one is on the shelf still because I don't have blue capes. But this one right here, beautiful. Beautiful. I did do the shading to him. You know, all he was missing was that cloth cape goodness, and he has it now. Now he has his cloth cape, featuring a cape that I had got from my friend Ladybug Creations. We went to the Newburgh Toy Show, you know, last year. Met these cool people, Toy Gaines, Ladybug, and I was like, you know what? One day we was just talking about cloth capes, and I was like, why don't you make them? You got a sewing machine. Why don't you make some capes? There's players in the game, but we need somebody more underground. We need somebody who's gonna just be able to, like, boom, more people. You know, that's me. That's what I'm about. I like to buy from people who I personally know. You know what I'm saying? I want to see somebody else get some of the shines. So here we are. This is my first cape that I'm showing off from Ladybug Creations, and look at that detailing. Beautiful detailing. No laziness, nothing about it. Awesome work, you know. And to review spot, whoever wants to tag the review spot, let them know all capes come like this. If you have a cape, it's gonna have a lining. You're gonna see stitch work. You know, I don't get what's wrong with these people not knowing how to talk about figures properly, especially when they get things for free. But yeah, this is the way it is. You're gonna get stuff with lining. That's just the way it is. That's just the way of life. But when you match that with my shadowing, the shading that I did, you know, the repaint of the trunks, it just turns him up that much more. It makes him stand out that much better. And I love the 3 Jokers figure now, because I can do whatever I want. I could bring this around the front if I want, have him do that kind of look. I could bring both of them around the front if I want. I could turn that this way. I love it. He has personality. You know, he has personality. And of course, he can do this. So, we're good. I love it. I love it. That's a great looking cape. Look at that. Let's get into the next one. Say, look at those lines. Look at the lines. I can't do that. I don't know how she did that, but I can't do that. So sometimes you gotta look to your friends and say, hey, can you make me something? That's beautiful stuff. Next up, as you can see, we have Batfleck. I don't know about you, but I like Batfleck. So happy that he's in the DC, well, he was in the DC Multiverse. He got to play a good role. He got to play Batman, and he did his thing. Another cloth wire cape from Ladybug Creations. Beautiful stuff. Alright, great detail, great material. This is good stuff. Actually went to a craft store to go get it, where I'm cutting up my wife's pants. So you know what I mean? It's all about doing the work. You want to do the work, you get out, go to the store, and get the stuff. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. You know, get yourself a rotary tool, get yourself the bendy wire like I showed you earlier, you know, some glue, whatever. Make the work happen. Let's get into the next one. We're not going to spend 2 minutes on this one, but this I loved. Mainly I love the fact that she made them long, like the capes is long, because you know Batman's capes is supposed to be long, and I like that. long, just dragging on the floor. Beautiful stuff. Once again, another bat fleck. Now, like I said, once again, sometimes people gotta team up. My custom painting with her custom cape. Tell me that's not a good combo. Tell me that's not a good combo. I put all the details in this bat fleck. All the details. Thank you. And I appreciate everybody watching this video. Do your thing. You see it. You see it. It's not hard. Do your thing. Get in there. Make some capes. Feel good about yourself. Feel good about your collection. When you look on your shelf and you see that your collection is shining, you can't hold yourself back. You just gotta do it. You know what I mean? I thought that I couldn't be able to do it either, but I did. I did. So let's go into mines now. Let's go into mine. A fine figure, being a fine figure, being a fine figure. What's up, my homie? How are you doing? Big shout out to him for just acquiring this fine figure. He just got this. Bones from the Naked Zoo has like at least 20 of them. Bones, sell me one. But yeah, him. I had already had a cape on him. It's on the floor over there. But it was just clothy. And then just recently I said, you know what, let me make a new one. Same thing with the front, like, you know, like a little scarf or whatever. But I seen a panel one time where he was on like a rooftop and he had a whole bunch of, he had like his cape was tattered. You know what I mean? So I said, whoa, you know what? Let me do a new tattered cape, but I'm going to make them with wire. So each and every one of those is bendy wire. Every one of them. So this way, in case I wanted him, you know, just having some like a, you know, some type of look to him, he could have that. You know what I'm saying? He could have that too. He can do his thing. The only thing that I did differently was that I made them loose at the top. So, you know what I mean, they're not going to be flying all over the place. But I can bend each and every one of them. Every one of them can be manipulated. Alright, so I do like that. Put that one like there, you see what I'm saying? Each and every one of them can be manipulated. So something that, like this I would like to do with Spawn. Let's get into the next one. This right here I call my Atlantis King Batman. I make believe that this Batman went down to Atlantis and he whooped Aquaman's ass, took over Atlantis, and he's the man. He is the king of Atlantis. And yes, he has Mira. Because everything comes with the victory of the spoils. The spoils, you gotta take them all. Take all of it. Alright, you whoop my ass, you take my wife. If you can handle that. But anyway, all of these now that you are seeing, starting from Grim Knight, these are all my capes. Alright, like I said, I used my wife's, I used a pair of my wife's pants. She gave me a second pair, so I had even more capes to make. And I did my thing. I used the crazy glue method. This one I had started down to the low because I wanted it to hang. But I also wanted it to be... There we go. Next. Now this Batman particularly I didn't really care for. But I do like the outfit because it's a different color. You know what I'm saying? Like dark blue to me. Dark bluish black or whatever. I added some silver. But this is definitely from the six-pack. As you can see, I added some silver. And I said, why not? I'm going to give him a cloth cape, especially a cloth wire cape, because he's from the movie. It's beautiful stuff. I love this. Cloth wire cape for this Batman too. And he's not falling. Next, we have another Batman. We have the Dark Knight from the six-pack. I had to step him up. You know what I'm saying? He looks good. See how that cape is just folded right there? Looks nice. I love the cowl, actually. I love the headpiece and cowl. Like they did they got a damn good job on that. But just adding something as simple as this as a cloth wire cape makes all the difference. I am extremely happy with how these look. I know doing these capes, like y'all saw, is not the hardest thing. You just need some glue, you need the wire, you need the material, a rotary cutter, and put in the time. That's it. And once you put in the time, you put the work in, and you got yourself a good product. You ain't gotta worry about nobody, you ain't gotta call nobody, you ain't gotta pay nobody. Do your own capes. Do your own capes. Here we are with Bat Zorro. Bat Zorro, fresh out of the 2-pack. I wanted to give him his own cloth cape too. If you remember the Bat Zorro, he had gray lining. I had some silver. Why not? I was gonna do the black and silver, and I did. I like the way it looks. Bat Zorro now has some character to him. He can do whatever he wants, and he's living a life. Bat Zorro with his own cloth wire cape. And keeping it within that same body mold, we have the mold that originally came out with it. And this actually was the platinum version. And back then the platinum version was all gray. I had to paint this one myself. It was WrestleMania week. I think it was Dallas, Texas. Yeah, Dallas, Texas. And I had to come to the hotel. Because even when I'm on vacation, I like to get some figs. But this one, I'm proud of the paint job that I did. And I'm proud of the cape that I gave him. My cape. He looks great. And I made sure that it can do whatever it wants, and it was long. I want it to be long. So as you can see, long, dragging to the floor, and he got the wire treatment. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm happy with it. Let's get on to the next one. And I need one more. I want one more because I want to do that whole custom bloody stuff. Now when it comes to Owlman, I want you to look carefully. 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers. 3 layers of cape. Alright, we're not out here playing. That's the way his cape looked. Go pick up your Owlman. This version. I don't know about the other one. Go pick up your Owlman and see the back of it, in case you were sleeping. 3 layers of feathers, cape, whatever, owl feathers maybe, and I even did the side. Alright, the sides also. Feathers. As you can see. The sides is feathers too. Alright, leather. We did our thing with this. We're not playing out here. We're not going to be lazy. We did the job. And the job looks good. But I wish that I hadn't made a mistake. I should have did all of it wired. You know what I'm saying? I should have did all 3 layers wired. I think that would have been crazy. Because who's doing that? Who's out here having a 3-layered wired cape? Nobody. Nobody. There goes your Owlman. Oh man, look at that cape flowing. Look at that cape moving. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can't hate on this stuff. You can't hate on it. You can't question me and ask me how and why. Because I already told you, hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on IG if you need help. I got you. I will help you make these capes. If I can do it, you can do it. You already know. And speaking of lanterns, let's just replace him with him. We go from the green to the yellow. Not a joke out here. I told you, all my Batmen and my Superman eventually will have wired capes or cloth capes. Now McFarlane gave us cloth capes, no doubt. Awesome stuff. Thank you, McFarlane, for giving us cloth capes. But when you add wire, when you add the leather treatment, that's just it right there. This hits. This is hitting. I'm very, very happy. And I love each and every one of them. Like I said, once again, big shout out to Ladybug Creations, who started me on this trip. You know, go on IG, hit me up. I'll hook you up. If you come to the Newburgh Toy Show, she'll have them. If you want to make your own, you already know what the channel is about. I'm showing you the way. Either buy some from my peeps, make your own, holla at me, we got you. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the subscribe button. We almost at 2,000. We'll be saying this at the end of the year, but get this channel to 2,000. This algorithm sucks. This version of YouTube sucks. It is way too many YouTubers out there. But please, we got this. Later, y'all.